Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Sebastian from TechCentry and my goal is to help you make the right purchasing decision. This also means learning from my mistake, which is what we'll talk about today. This is the Sony ZV-1, the ultimate vlogging camera according to Sony, and these are my top 5 reasons why I bought this camera and also the top 5 reasons why I've decided to return it. To start off, let me give you a little bit of background information first. The ZV-1 was quite hyped here on YouTube when it was first released a few months ago as a vlogging or YouTuber version of the popular RX100 series of cameras with a 1-inch sensor, accurate eye autofocus tracking for humans and animals, and with 4K recording capabilities, as well as this super sweet flip-out display. Now, when the price here in Germany dropped a bit, I thought this camera would be the perfect companion for my A7 III that I could always have in my pocket to capture 4K videos and photos, as well as using this as a B camera for these videos. But here are the top 5 reasons that actually convinced me to purchase this camera. First, video focused software and hardware. We have an indicator light here on the front of the camera that turns red when we press the record button, which is really nice to see so that you're always aware when you're recording. We also have a video recording button itself here on the top, and also then of course here this display. On top of that, also that we have really reliable autofocus here with eye tracking autofocus, not only for humans but also for animals, which is great for capturing photos of our dog Samu. Third, the display that you can see right here, it's flip out, which I really miss on my A7 III, and also a touchscreen. Number 4 is the built-in ND filter. That's great when it's sunny outside like today, because then you don't have to take an external one with you. And then the 5th reason was that we actually can record 1080p at 100 frames per second here on this camera. So all of this basically sounds like the perfect B camera for me, right? Well, unfortunately it isn't. But before we continue, please make sure to smash the like button below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This really helps me out to produce more videos just like this one. So now it's time to talk about the top 5 reasons why I will return the ZV-1. First off is just the cheap build and feel, and this is something that I can't remember being mentioned in a lot of other videos. The ZV-1 just feels really cheap overall. And while the body is made out of plastic, which still feels decent and basically enables it to be super light, also just the buttons itself are like super mushy and wobbly, especially also the shutter button for photos. And this is something that I don't really know from other Sony cameras, and even on my G7X from Canon this was way better. Number 2 is the autofocus. Yes, autofocus is good or even really good in some situations, like when it detects an eye and the person or animal are moving towards the camera, but I had issues with the focus when someone was moving from right to left or from left to right through the frame. Then the camera wasn't really able to focus. It looked like it did on the display, but in the end was still focused on the back, which really sucks. And also the eye autofocus for animals on Samu didn't really work that reliable, and basically only when he was looking like straight into the camera. On the A7 III you can also like look at him from the side and it still works, not so here on this camera. Number 3. The ND filter. Yes, the ND filter exists, but you only have one setting, basically off or on. So this also really limits what you can do with it. Number 4, video stabilization. For a camera that is great for vlogging and has Sony's steady shot built in, I was expecting better stabilization results, but unfortunately this isn't the case. For me this means that I would only use the camera for recording video when I'm not moving, which is very limiting. And number 5, and the worst part about it, the 4K video recording. Well, it's great overall and it also looks good, but there's a recording limit of 5 minutes when you record 4K, so you can press the record button and after exactly 5 minutes, just the clip stops and the camera won't record anymore. Unfortunately, my videos such as this one are longer than 5 minutes, so I can't use it because it just completely cuts out in the middle of a video, which really sucks. Now in general, please be aware that I'm not saying this is a bad camera, it's just not the right camera for me, and I hope that Sony will fix the issues that I have with it in a future update, and also add USB-C, because micro USB just is completely outdated and shouldn't be on a modern camera. So let me know what you think of this camera in the comments below. I hope this video was helpful to you. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.